Hey Alice, welcome back. You've come at a serendipitous time. I have the great and powerful David Penna joining me once again. Probably
Course.
like your, like fifth or sixth, 10th time.
It's been a while. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
been a while.
And then joining us from New York, we also have the great and powerful two-piece Prague outfit, Castle Black, Lee and Joey. Thank you for coming.
Hello. Thank you for having us.
Absolutely. It's been a long time coming. I think like 2 or 3 years ago, I mentioned this to y'all, and you're like, yeah, we're so down. And then I mentioned it again like almost a year ago, and you're like, yeah, we
We're still
yes.
down.
And then
Still down.
yeah, that's totally me dropping the ball on that. But yeah, I really appreciate you guys.
Oh, thanks for making it happen.
Absolutely. Y'all's music is so cool. I've seen you numerous times coming through Nashville, and I love a good two piece and I love prog rock, so it's like a dream come true. Hell yeah. And y'all are about to go on tour again here pretty soon, if I'm not mistaken.
We are, yeah, we're it's shorter than last July, but we're heading out on the 18th, July 18th. So July 18th through like the 28th. So about 2 weeks.
It will be in Nashville on the 22nd at Cobra.
Hell yeah. Definitely come through and check out Castle Black. It's a sick lineup. I Am the Polish Army and Year of October, also friends of the show. That's a pretty stacked bill. So I will definitely be there and I'm looking
Okay,
forward to it.
good. We're playing in the front room. I don't know if you've been to the front room yet, but we've
Yeah,
never played the front room. So
that'll
sounds
be fun.
exciting. Yeah.
Yeah. I've actually it's weird to me that they do that sometimes, but I've seen like some ragers in that front room, which is like weird because that's like the bar space and it's a smaller stage, but like I've seen some like really packed crazy shit in there. So that'll actually be really cool.
I think it'll be cool, yeah, because people, whatever, just come in and at the bar, it's just different. We were booked in the back room, but then they like double booked, and
Mm.
then they don't usually do shows in the front room on the weekdays, but they were very kind, and since it was double booked, they agreed to do it. So I was just happy because I'm like, listen, I'm like, we have no we can't book anywhere else right now because it was kind of short, not super short notice, but not enough time to get another venue. So
Yeah.
they were great.
That'll still be awesome. Yeah, anytime I've seen like heavy stuff in that front room, it's wild. So I
Sounds
think
fun.
that'll be really cool. How long have y'all been performing together or writing music together?
We've been playing together since 2018, like late 2018.
Right on. Where
So,
does yeah, and are y'all both from New York?
I'm from New Jersey originally,
Okay.
so I've been in New York a while now.
I'm from Michigan. I've been here since we started playing together. It's what brought me here. So I've been here for those almost 6 years.
Y'all have a favorite spot to play up there?
Gosh,
We're
things
bad with favorites.
what places
Okay,
we
yeah, fair enough.
play? I mean, things are closing. Things close and then things open up, and I don't even know right now, like where. I mean, there's a place in really close to us called Gutter, and it's kind of like there's a bowling alley in the back, and then they do shows in one room, and then there's like a bar in the middle. It's just a cool spot because the venue's kind of through the bathroom, so I don't know. It's a fun spot.
Hell yeah. What kind of music did y'all grow up with in the house? Like what'd your parents listen to?
Mm.
Uh, I mean, those are two different questions. That like,
Sure.
uh, I don't know. My parents listen to all kinds of different stuff, but stuff that I listened to when I was coming up was a lot of '90s alternative rock. Um, Big fan of Nirvana and like early Green Day, early Offspring. Those were some of my biggest early days influences.
Right
In
on.
my house, my dad was a big Elvis Presley fan, so there was a lot of Elvis and Beach Boys. There was always like Beach Boys Christmas, especially the Christmas album. So there was a ton of that, which kind of made me really like not want to like Elvis at all. But then yeah, I was like, oh okay, there's some interesting songs. And then I don't know, I danced as a kid, so like you're like just like around a lot of like like big band type music, like for tap and things like that. So just kind of like I don't know, like urban Berlin and things like that. Like they were just like kind of I don't know that it would have been exposed to kind of otherwise. That was kind of what was in the house.
Hmm. When you say dance, like take classes as a kid?
Yeah, yeah. I pretty much, yeah, it was like my, I don't know, like kids play basketball. Yeah, I danced.
Nice. That's cool. Did either of y'all grow up with religion in the house?
We both did, right? I mean,
Yeah, we both went to Catholic school. Yeah.
yeah,
Okay. That's
I
fun.
grew up in a Catholic family. Yeah, I went to Catholic school until 10th grade, and then I went to public school for 2 years. So that was a weird switch because I went from my last 2 years of high school to a public school, but I had been in Catholic school the rest of the time. But I don't know that if they were overly, they're probably more religious now than they were then. Like we were like, like what do they call them? Like Sunday
Hmm.
Catholics or holiday Catholics or whatever that
Yeah.
is. We go to church on
Fair,
holiday.
fair weather Christians.
Right, exactly. But like
Yeah.
in school, they would, I mean, in grade school, we would go to church every Friday at school or every other Friday, something like that. There was a lot of church in school.
Yeah,
And
So,
my dad has a master's in theology. He was in the seminary to become a priest, so he very nearly became a Catholic priest before he got married and had kids. So they were pretty serious about religion, but yeah, I don't know.
I bet he's a very interesting person to talk to.
Yeah,
he
I'd say so.
Theology is fascinating.
Yeah,
wrote that book, right?
yeah, he did write a book. Yeah,
About theology?
something like that.
Okay. Right on.
Something theology adjacent. Yes.
Nice.
Yeah.
Did
Uh,
you all grow up in a religious household?
you actually grew up Catholic also, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. Are you?
but I'm Mexican, so that's like it's standard.
Yeah. It's like a different thing. Yeah. I grew up Jehovah's Witness. I was also homeschooled. Um,
Okay.
so I was super cool. I was like a really well-adjusted and cool kid. Yeah.
So interesting.
So you
Yeah.
guys celebrate Halloween, right?
No Halloween, no holidays at all.
No,
No birthday parties.
Golly, bud.
Yeah, definitely no Christmas.
I don't
Yeah.
know why I went straight to Halloween.
Say what?
I don't know why I went straight to Halloween. I didn't realize it was
Halloween's
all the holidays.
great, yeah.
Yeah, definitely that one too. Yeah, no, they're very elitist towards other Christians. And it's like all of that is pagan and doesn't come from the Bible. It's co-opted pagan rituals, which I mean, to be fair, they're right, but like also who fucking cares?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so I moved out when I was 18 and like I luckily I have really cool sister and parents that they like have Christian values, like the good enough of the good part where like they didn't disown me or anything. Um, yeah, so I actually have my sister actually lives south in New York City and my parents live in the Poconos in that area. So I we all grew up here, but they moved up there a little while ago, and actually have a really good relationship with them, which is kind of unheard of. Uh, Usually, and I mean, I don't like all the people I grew up with and my extended family don't talk to me, but that's not a huge loss. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Nice stuff, yeah. So
so
hard.
so I assume y'all are still hardcore Catholics.
Not exactly.
Okay. That was sarcastic. Like, did that translate well?
No, it did. It did.
No, it
Yeah.
did.
Picking up what you're putting down.
Yeah. Well, what have y'all been listening to in like the last week?
Listening to. That's a really good question. I just had a long
Gosh.
drive. What did I put on? I think I was listening to some podcasts. Not a great question for me. I feel like as far as musicians go, I'll speak for myself and say I listen to very little music. Um, when I do listen to music, I listen to a lot of the same. I got a lot of the same stuff on rotation. Like I listen to a lot of Minus the Bear. I'm just like math rock.
Yeah.
I listen to some heavy stuff. Like I really like Every Time I Die.
Oh yeah.
And Better Lovers. It's like offshoot of that band. And throw Battles in the mix. It's another one that's been in my regular heavy rotation for me.
Nice. I'm real big on Every Time I Die. They have such like a rich catalog
Oh
of
yeah.
yeah.
If you haven't listened to Better Lovers, it's mostly the same band, but with the singer from Dillinger Escape Plan.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that band's insane. Yeah.
What are they called again?
Better Lovers.
Okay.
Yeah, they're real
Yeah,
good.
I'll have to check that out. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Dillinger's another huge one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love the complicated jazzy stuff.
Yeah.
In a different direction, I just went to meet a friend in Knoxville to see Band of Horses. So I was
Nice.
getting a little reacquainted with them because I hadn't listened to them in a while. So that was fun.
Nice. Knoxville, Tennessee?
Yes, yeah. My
Dang.
friend she lives in Florida, so we just she's obsessed with Band of Horses. It's like her favorite band. So she asked if I wanted to meet up there. So yeah, we went and saw them together in
How,
Knoxville.
how long was the drive for you?
I ended up flying, so it was yeah, that flight's super quick. It was like an hour and a half. It was during the heat wave, so it was like super hot in New York City, and it was still hot in Knoxville, but I think it was hotter in New York that week. It was last week, so
Hell yeah.
yeah.
Any shows coming up that y'all are really excited about?
Oh, we
Minus
have
the Bears coming to
Oh,
town. Doing their 20th
yeah,
anniversary of Mano
yeah.
Solo, so that's in October or November. So they're coming to town. That's a big one I'm looking forward to. It's one of my favorite bands. So one of my favorite.
nice.
My favorite album by one of my favorite bands. So to see them touring that is going to be pretty sick. You know, it's at that time, like decades on, where like a lot of my favorite bands are, you know, milking their the prime of their musical careers for all it's worth, which you know can't blame them. So I'm pretty pumped when bands decide to go out and do that. So
Hell yeah.
something to
Uh,
see.
Kind of a bummer about being in Nashville is a lot of bands don't come through here because Nashville like notoriously like doesn't really show up for people.
Oh,
Um,
God.
yeah, it's a thing. Like a lot of people, like yeah, a lot of people, especially like if you're doing like arenas and shit, like we have arenas here, but it's like Nashville is not like one of the best cities to tour. Uh,
Even though it's Music City.
yeah,
Yeah, it's interesting.
Is that for all like genres, or is there like
It's probably very really selective though to the
I
genres.
think it's probably yeah, I think it's probably harder for
Like alternative.
yeah, like rock and alternative stuff. Yeah. I don't know that for sure, but I would imagine it's probably easier for country artists.
Right.
yeah?
Um, yeah, it's a shame. I hear it a lot from touring band, like not just bands like coming here to tour, but also like hometown bands get a way bigger draw going out of town. Um, is that like how do you what's it like when y'all play a show in New York? Like, do people show up?
It really depends. It's like it's very hard here. I think for yeah, for us for whatever reason, it's been yeah, it's been really hard to like get a regular like solid, reliable crowd. So it really depends on the show. If we're on a show with bands like people we know and so people are coming out, for the whole tour of bands or whatever, then it could be a really well attended show. But just sometimes it's really hard here because you're competing with a lot of other things, and yeah, it just
Yeah, I guess that's not really a simple question. It's not like a yes or no thing, huh?
yeah.
Because yeah, um,
It sounds similar to what you're describing about Nashville because it's like sometimes there's certain places we go where we definitely have better shows than we have here. So it just kind of depends.
yeah, I think like like Midwest, um, like Indianapolis, like those. I've heard like some of those cities have like really good attendance, kind of like a built-in crowd when people come through. Um, I think, like some of these hubs like New York, like Chicago, Nashville, where there's just like a very like saturated tons of bands. I think it can be hard sometimes.
Yeah.
Um, yeah.
I was gonna say Nashville is definitely hard, and it's not like we've had amazing shows in Nashville, but we love coming through Nashville because I don't we have friends there, and there's like restaurants we like, so it's just always fun to be there. But we don't, yeah, it just kind of depends on the night. We had one really good show at Cobra, I don't know, 2 shows ago or something, but yeah, it's hard to get people out
Yeah.
and all of that.
Well, speaking on behalf of Nashville, thank y'all for continuing to come through. It's
Yeah.
it's always a pleasure seeing y'all. Yeah, yeah. I say that to anyone, any touring band. Like, please come through. Like, and I really try to like when I'm going to a show here, I like really try to like let everyone know like, hey, this band's really cool. So you come check them out because it is like that. And I want bands when they come through to do well. It's sad when that doesn't happen because it's like, come on, y'all. Like this band's fucking awesome. Show up.
Yeah, I can vouch for that. Multiple times they'll send me messages.
Yeah.
That's a good thing though. It's a good thing.
Yeah.
I mean, really, we do appreciate that because it's like, yeah, it just means so much because it's hard like playing when there's not a lot of people there.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't seem like where did y'all I saw y'all at that was it Punk Walk? That
Oh,
sushi
Yeah.
that's where
place?
we played last time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that was like, it was like a little sushi place and there wasn't a ton of people there. And but that doesn't affect the way the performance that y'all put on. And I think that's really cool.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, we try not to let it. It's just like it gets. Well, you don't really. You say it doesn't really bother you because you
Well,
don't see
yeah, this is
anyone.
a continual like topic of conversation because like I mean I can't imagine being a front person and like no like for me behind the drum kit like I only have to look at Lee and like I just lock in on her and like really there could be no one else in the in the venue like I just get tunnel vision and I'm like we're locked in we have a vibe going but when you're in the front and you're singing to people and you're playing guitar right in front of people it's a lot harder just to if you want to engage with the audience, which I know front people generally like to do, um, then it can be. I can imagine it can be really tough when there's not as much of a crowd or a crowd that's not as into you. So that's a battle that I don't often have to fight for better or worse because of my you know kind of tunnel vision. But it I remember that show still being fun, even if it wasn't our best attended show. I don't know, it was a cool spot. I always like playing at
That's
weird
funny.
venues, like
Yeah.
stores and coffee shops and record stores and sushi places,
Yeah.
bowling
That was
alleys.
a good lineup too, as I recall.
Yeah,
I think I'm the Polish Army. She did like a solo
Oh
set
yeah.
there. Yeah.
And El
yeah.
Siren. Was there someone? There was someone else, right?
I think there was a
Or did we
fourth.
do 3 bands? No, we did do 4 bands. Why were we blanking on it?
I can't remember right now. No shade to
Yeah.
if there
Yeah.
was back on the bill, but yeah, fun show.
Oh yeah. Okay. Well, switching gears a little bit. At this point in y'all, okay, and this is something I ask everyone. And um, to preface this, obviously no one knows the answer. So like, I don't know is the only real answer. But at this point in y'all's lives, does lives uh does any what do you think happens after we die? Does anything make more sense than anything else?
Hmm.
I mean, I think there's what I would want to happen, which is, that something happens that's tangible and similar to what's going on here. Maybe not what's going on here, because but like where you have kind of an awareness and like I don't know, it'd be nice to be reunited with people or pets or things like that. But like I don't know that. I don't really know what I believe, but like that's what I'd like to believe.
Yeah.
So I don't
Yeah.
know. But it's just as likely that there's nothing, or it's just as likely that there's something that we can't even conceive or think of because it's just so out there. It's not, we're not able to understand it at this. That's kind of maybe more what I might think is just that it's something that we can't really
Hmm.
describe as humans in this world.
Kind of like whatever it is, it's not something tangible that we could like figure out, I guess.
Yeah, because we're
Yeah.
just not. Yeah, it's not
Yeah.
on our plane.
It really could be anything, and no one knows. Some people like feel really confident about it, but it's like nobody nobody has any idea really. Yeah.
Yeah.
You got any input on that, Joey?
Yeah, I like to think that so for the people who are really confident in it, like they might be in luck because I think there's something to the fact that like the last thing to go is like the electrical impulse is firing in your brain. I think there's some science behind that, and so like whatever you're like maybe whatever you are so solid on thinking is going to happen after you die, like that might be where your brain goes for whatever residual brain activity there might be. And then there's like the whole inception, like the dream timeline thing where like a dream within a dream, like the more layers into dreams you go, like it time travels at like 1/60th the time. So if you can get enough layers of dreams deep, you can kind of like maybe not infinitely generate time for yourself in your own brain, but like, you know, maybe whatever you want to happen, whatever you believe happens, because that's where your brain goes in that situation. That might be what happens in your mind.
Mm, I like that. So you can kind of steer the ship a little bit.
Yeah, but
Let's
then there's the question of if you're so aware of that, then does that kind of double back, snake eating its own head kind of thing, where it's like you really have to like. I'm so envious of people who are just completely like truly convinced of something that's going to happen that's good, and then they don't have that secondary like meta awareness of like, okay, I'm so confident of this so that hopefully it will actually happen, because if you have that awareness, then like does that kind of short circuit the whole process? I don't know.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. What were you gonna say?
No, nothing.
Okay. Yeah. That like my schizo mind hears that and like goes, well, maybe I'm already in that, Like
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Maybe that's this.
Yeah.
yeah,
I don't know, it's not so bad.
yeah. Time's weird. It's like I don't know. It's slow sometimes and it's fast sometimes, like the perception of it. And um, I think there's like some weird implications there, especially like when we start to learn more about gravity and space time. It's like time being relative kind of stuff is like, I don't know. This experience is not necessarily uh, what reality is, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. I don't know where I'm going with that.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
with you.
I
I
hear
don't
you.
know. It might not be.
I
Uh,
mean, one of the ideas I find really interesting is, well, I don't know if it's more of a sci-fi idea or if it's an actual idea that's out there, but is like preserving the memory in a like in a computer type format, and then you're downloading that into a new body, and then so this, I guess that's more of a robot, but does that become the person just because it has the memories? So I don't know. It's very Battlestar Galactica, but that's essentially what they did in order to make, the robots live forever, and they looked at humans. Um, so I don't know. That's like something else
Neat.
that's out there.
What
And
do
it's like,
y'all?
is it you? Is it not? I don't know.
Yeah,
Memories.
like the Scientologists have this concept called a phaeton, and um, it's like there's like a higher self that's like an actualized, I guess, finished version, and it's like reaching back in time and like guiding you, kind of like a guardian angel. Um, but that that religion is like literally written by like a sci-fi guy, so I don't I'm not necessarily putting stock in it, but that's always been a neat idea to me, is that there's like a version of you like kind of helping yourself along, I guess.
Right. Which would go back to that whole like time travel idea.
Mm,
This person is from the future, presumably. So it's kind of, yeah.
yeah.
The one convincing time I haven't read this book in a while. I think it was Life of a Yogi, and it was about this person's life, and they were, self-actualized in the sense of they were meditating at a super high level and transcending, the body and things like that, and levitating. So it's like, how much, it's just, do you believe that that happened? But I was very convinced in this book, and I think there was some really weird scene in there where there was like something with Christ and the marks on the body, but like there was this very detailed like description of like the death, I guess someone observing this death, and it really, but where they like transcended into another world. And that was the one time I was like, oh, interesting. Like it kind of felt like something else did happen, from this very convincing account in this book of this yogi's life.
That's wild. Is that was that like a was that fiction, or was that like
No, it was it's a true story. That's why it was so. I think it was. Don't quote me on this totally. I think it was Yogananda, and I think it's called Life of a Yogi. I read it ages ago. It was recommended by a yoga teacher, and yeah. So it was like a it was either he wrote it about himself. He must have wrote it about himself, maybe. I think so, but it was true story. So that's why it was very. I was like reading it, and I was like, well, if this actually happened, like this is like, wow, it's very powerful, and yeah, sure, like I believe that there's something happening afterwards. So I
that's
should
super
read it
cool.
again. Okay, get better reacquainted with it.
Yeah, I've been looking into the Tibetan Book of the Dead. I haven't been reading it, but I was flipping through it and just like reading little things from it, and probably like the worst way to read that. But yeah, that shit's really fascinating to me. Um, yeah. What do y'all think about aliens? And I guess I've done a lot of these episodes, and what it seems like unanimously everyone's like, there's got to be life out there. It's what do they say? It's a statistical impossibility for there not to be. So I guess more specifically, do y'all think intelligent alien life has interacted with Earth in the past or present?
I don't know.
Yeah, me either. I don't know
Yeah,
either.
I yeah.
I would think so. I mean,
I don't have a
again,
good answer for this.
just because I feel like we are not so, maybe we are, but I don't think that we're so special that it we're the only people. And I don't know. I mean, we just don't know what. I think in our minds, right? Like from the time you're a kid, you're fed this idea of what an alien looks like and what a Martian looks like, and they look like
People.
us, yeah, but they're a little different. And that just might not be what it is. So yeah, we could have. They're probably smarter than we are. They're probably more. I mean, likely more evolved. So I just think for us to kind of like think that there wasn't, maybe an interaction yet. I don't know. It seems a little
Yeah,
self-centric.
like the ancient alien ideas about like pyramids and Anunnaki and like human origin stuff, and then you have like more recent like UFO sightings and stuff, and I don't really know what to think of it. Like there's recently been what was that? Was it a Congress hearing where there was some disclosure recently? Um, but I mean, I don't trust those motherfuckers. They could absolutely be lying to us. So I don't know. It's very confusing. Confusing being a human. I think there's like a lot of intentionality to that where they, I don't know, confuse people on and divide people on purpose. Um, and then again, we do it to ourselves without like a conspiracy element.
I mean,
I guess.
they are us. They're still people.
Yeah, that's true. I think it's hard to say like if you had more information, it might change the way you like govern people. It's like that's not really a good argument, you know, but there is an argument that maybe we're kept in the dark for a good reason. I can't imagine one like national security against other nations, I guess, but it's like yeah, that's not really your place to like gatekeep knowledge of the universe, I guess.
Right.
Yeah. Um I'm just trying to like not go crazy right now. It's just trying to chill in my life, not think about it like too heavily, which is like, I mean, not think about it. Like that's what I do every week on the show, but like not freak out about it, I guess.
Right.
I definitely get in spirals sometimes where this like I'm paying too much attention to the news and like, yeah, shit's weird. We're in a weird time in history. Um, and I guess on that note, um, I don't really think I would still be here without live music. So I just want to say like whether y'all realize it or not, what you do is really important, and you never really know the impact that it has on people. So thank you.
Thank you. That's always nice to hear. I was just with a friend, and he's not in this band anymore. We used to play in a band like maybe 10 years ago, and they don't play anymore. But he said he was describing this show that they had like in Texas, and it was like around the time of South by, and there was a show like outside of town, and he didn't want to play it. He said, "Why are we going to the show?" And it was like totally unattended. There was like maybe two people there, but there was a like young girl there at the time, and now she's she's an adult, and she had cancer and she was dying, and like she got in touch with them and was like, I just want to that was like one of the best moments of my life, like you guys were amazing, can we like talk on the phone, and it was a really touching story because like I heard it at a time when I really kind of needed to hear it, just like you saying it now. So it's yeah, it's just like you don't know, and it's like that same concept we were talking about before, playing, even if there's five people in the room, like playing as if it's 500. It's just kind of always making, yeah, just that show, because you never know who you're connecting with. So
Wait, she's still actively dying?
no, she actually passed away.
Oh,
Yeah, it was
she's an
Mike's
adult
story.
now.
Well, I meant, yeah, like as an adult she asked to see them, and yeah, it was really sad to hear
Wow,
that story the other day. But yeah.
that's a beautiful and tragic story.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Completely.
life is so fleeting, you know. Like I think one of the biggest crimes is we don't tell each other how much we value each other often enough. It's like
Right.
there's no opportunity like the present, and you may not get another chance. So like call your mom, hug your friends. Um, yeah, just let people know what they mean to you.
Actually, go to the show, interact with
Yeah,
people.
yeah, go meet people, like go see cool shit. Like
Because what's interesting and cool about like live music is that it's kind of like one of the last art forms where like you get to actually interact with like the artist. Like art now is like so like segregated from like the humanity behind it. Like back then, the only way to experience art was pretty much just like either through theater, music, like actively being there with the music and stuff. And now there's like a separation, and now people are even making like AI art, just completely getting rid of the human aspect of it or whatever.
yeah, there's something really cool about seeing um live music, like it happening in the moment. It makes me think about like ancient uses of that, like tabla players and just the spiritual element of of that whole thing. Yeah. It's like something people have been doing a long time.
Because I mean, even a church is like that. A church is like a group of humans actually getting together, focusing on one thing like all together and like experiencing something from it. And like theater used to be that, and theater now is just like movies and DVDs and stuff. Like
Hmm.
there are probably like a lot of people that just never experience it. Period. Like all of their art, all of their media is just what's on a screen.
Yeah. I wonder what the science behind like if anyone's done research on like the effects of on the brain of like being in that environment, like either playing live music or like being in the room with it,
Versus what people that don't even get that
or just like what's happening in your mind because it is like it tickles your brain in a weird way. It's like it's kind of telepathic too. Like you kind of like okay, so best way I can explain it is like when you're watching like a jam, like jazz guys just locked in. It's like you can see. I'm not a musician, but like I can see it happen where it's like they're all looking at the same thing and communicating telepathically about what they're going to do, and it's spontaneous, and it's just such a cool thing to experience. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
there's something special that can happen there.
Yeah, it's magic of some kind.
Yeah.
um when was the last time you guys cried?
Oh God, it was just today.
Just today, yeah, both of us, yeah.
That's healthy.
I went to dinner with a friend of mine who I went to college with, and I went to grade school with her actually, and part of high school, and we used to be really close. We were close at various points, and I don't know. I just had like a very emotional day otherwise, but like just like within the first like 5 minutes of seeing her, we haven't hung out like alone in years. We've seen each other through like group events, but like she had asked me if I wanted to get dinner, and within like the first 5 minutes, like I was crying, like because I was very like it was also very emotional from my day already, but then I just was so just like I don't know, just missed our friendship, and so it was yeah it was very emotive.
Yeah, that's cool. It's a healthy thing to do. It's got to get out somehow, right? Like through that or art.
Yeah,
You can't let that, like poison you.
right. There's no shortage of crying, I think, over here, right?
No,
Like
yeah,
That's awesome. I love that.
yeah.
there's a bunch of
Just
criers.
last night, I'm a school teacher, so I haven't had a lot of time to play music until now. It's summer break, so last night I had so like an uninterrupted like nice hour and a half, at least an hour. I was just like sitting in a room just playing guitar, and I just got eventually just kind of zoned out and just got caught on this like very simple loop, and just like my mind didn't even go to specific thoughts. It just went to like feelings, and was just playing this like same loop over and over again, and I just found myself for no detectable reason just like start to weep. I was playing guitar. It was just so I haven't had that. I have had that experience before, but it's been years, and it was just so nice to be able to like melt into the music and like have it's like the telepathic thing you were describing with like what jazz musicians have with each other. I was just like having that with the music in
Yourself.
the room with yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
That's
So
awesome.
that was really
Well, I have 1,000 questions about you being a school teacher, but first of all, uh, I want to say that that is like probably the single most important job, and it's a thankless job. Um, and like that is it's such a cool use of your time and your energy. I'm sure it's extremely stressful. What grade do you teach?
I teach now. I'll be teaching 11th and 12th grade, and for all the like, it's often said that it's a thankless job, and it very much is. But I'm really lucky to, I find the work to be very gratifying. So like, I even if it's not directly gratifying, it's not like every day. Like I feel like the thing that I'm doing like has an impact. It's just I've been doing it now for over 10 years, and so like I, you know, I know you don't like the expression "fill my cup," but I do get my cup. I do get my cup filled like through my day job, which I know most people in the world probably don't get to say. So like, I feel very thankful for that.
Oh, that's such a cool attitude to have about it. I mean, yeah, and it's a rewarding thing, I'm sure. Um, like nothing easy is rewarding, I guess. Um,
Yeah. What do they say? Well, they say that probably, and like nothing that's easy is worth doing. Is that something like that?
hmm.
You say
Yeah.
that, yeah.
And I like lately I've been thinking like how one's character isn't determined so much by what's done when things are easy, but a person's character is more so determined by what they do when things are hard.
Yeah.
Um, it's a nice little motivator. Like
Yeah. What do you teach?
I teach math.
Oh shit. Okay.
Math and music are like they're best buds.
Yeah, especially the kind of shit y'all do.
Yeah, we use
That
a lot of
totally tracks.
music.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah. Oh my God, I'm so bad at math.
Oh, that's what you think. Deep down, everyone's a math
Mm.
everyone's a math person in some way.
Use it daily, right?
Well, yeah, I mean, like math is so much more than just like solving equations and crunching numbers. Like, my like a thing that I like to say, it's like kind of a joke, but just like someone being able to construct like a pretty good argument as to like why they don't like math or why they're bad at math, like is paradoxical because like constructing a logical argument and using reasoning is like those are mathematical skills, and so it's all math. I don't know.
I gotcha. It's
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 just a very
tight.
broad definition of math to get around people saying they don't like it. But
Okay. No, I see what you're saying though. It like ties in with logic and philosophy in a way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, everyone knows Newton, right?
mhm.
Like he was like a hardcore Christian, and he thought the whole purpose of math was finding the logic behind like reality of like that's almost like the key to God in a way, like that God designed the world to be logical, and there's like math and numbers behind it all.
I mean, yeah, and that gets into some really heady stuff about like sacred geometry and we find patterns in nature. It's fascinating.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like it definitely is some kind of design, but that design could be natural selection. It's just like the way the pattern plays out, I guess.
Yeah.
I think it's probably a mixture of both. Oh, we got another visitor. Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All right, you gotta say hi
Get in
now.
there.
Sleepy little
hey,
guy.
For those
Okay.
not watching, there's now Rangers on the screen.
look at those ears.
He's sleeping.
Oh, what's his
Oh,
name?
that's Ranger.
Nice.
We have a shirt with Ranger on it, a Castle Black shirt with
Oh,
Ranger.
hell yeah. I'm
He's on
picking one of those up when you come through.
He's now you've seen him, so yeah, it's people seem to like it even more when they've met him.
We also
seen
have
him.
bottle openers in case no one's trying to break the bank. But I mean, I'm not gonna talk anyone out of getting a Ranger shirt. That's
We
for
used
sure.
to have stickers, but I think
Yeah,
we're
I
out
think
of
they're
those
all
right
gone.
now. That was a good sticker. That
The
was a
bottle
great
openers are
sticker.
essentially a giveaway at this point.
Bottle opener is a great merch idea. I mean, I would assume. Like
We thought
I've
so
seen
too. No one cared about
really,
it.
I've
Yeah.
seen one of the coolest things I've seen is a lighter with a bottle opener on the bottom of it.
Oh,
And I'm like, when I saw that, I bought like three of them because I'm like, I'll go through these. Yeah.
yeah.
I
Yeah.
love practical merch. Like
Koozies.
What's your favorite? Yeah, what's the favorite merch item you've seen or
I mean, that sounds like a pretty good one.
that
okay?
might be, yeah, the lighter bottle opener, maybe. Um, what else? What else? There's this guy, Tyler Nacho. He does a musical puppet show. He's from LA and he came through. Um, and he has all these little booklets and pamphlets.
Somewhere.
I've got it somewhere. Oh, here it is. This is one of them. I've got another one, a bigger one somewhere. But he does like really cool stuff like this. It's called Death to Realism is the name of the puppet show.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, they
Yeah,
showed the back school too.
Feel
It's almost like a little zine, right?
yeah.
That's what I was wondering if that. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's cool.
And this is actually a I don't know if it's this one or the other one. It's the other one. Is a like a guide on manifesting. It's like visualization and
Okay.
stuff like that. It's metaphysics. But yeah, I like that. Um, probably the bottle opener. That's very practical. Like
Yeah.
yeah, we have with the podcast thought about doing a few different things. Cozies, like you said, is another good one.
Yeah.
I had a really good idea the other day. I can't remember what it was now. Oh, prayer candles.
Oh,
I
Oh.
bet because I was thinking about how cheap it would be to just get
Like just cheap.
blank ones,
Yeah,
and then all you have to do is print out
the
the
sticker.
yeah, yeah,
like where you look like you put your face on like a Virgin Mary or something and like put
yeah,
that sticker on the
yeah,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
draw something up and that yeah,
Yeah, reach into your Catholic roots and make some of those.
yeah. I have a
yeah.
Taylor Swift prayer candle. It like ended up on my desk at school, and like I don't know how it got there, but I've had that for like a year and a half now.
Did you say a Taylor Swift prayer candle?
Yeah, it's like exactly what you're describing. It's got Taylor Swift's face on it. It's like I'm not like I have nothing against Taylor Swift. I just don't know her music. So it's definitely not mine, but like somehow it ended up on my desk. And so I have a lot of students who think that like I'm a massive Swiftie. Like no, I just like kind of like it as like a desk decoration. Like I didn't even put it there. Like if you know, I don't know. It's just funny
Yeah.
you bring up the prayer candle merch thing because
Well, I didn't have anything against her until that bitch stole my merch idea. I can't believe it. How dare she? She's fighting.
I don't know that
Yeah, the idea in your head.
The idea in my head that I've told no one until just now, she bit off of it years ago. I can't believe
She's looking to the future, and
I can't believe she did that.
No, I think it's still fair game. This is probably like a bootleg merch item. I don't think it's a sanctioned. I think you're still good to go.
I love the idea that like someone just made that
Yeah.
for their altar.
Right, yeah.
I mean, she's pretty much is an idol.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. We're what did Crowley say? Um, he had this whole thing. I can't remember the quote, but he had this concept about aeons or eras, and like how religion has transformed. We were in the age of Isis, which is like it's Earth, like Gaia centric and mother centric, like the divine feminine. And then the Abrahamic faiths come along, and it's all based around the sun and masculine, because it's like um, the divine feminine religions are like um, your mother feeds you from her body, and then the earth becomes your mother and feeds you from her body. And then the masculine sun religions are like the earth gives its life, or the sun gives its life to the earth, and that's like it's like masculine centric. And then Crowley was talking about we entered the age of Horus, which is God the children, and it's very looking within and like I like idol worship. Yeah, we look up to icons like that. I think there's a lot of evidence for that.
Mm.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Anyway, y'all, what? Okay, so are y'all optimistic about the future of humanity? Pessimistic? Neutral?
I mean, especially you as a teacher, Joe. How do you feel?
I'll let you take it first.
No,
I need
no,
I need
go.
time to well, I don't know. I
Unless you
mean,
need time.
I don't know. I'd say overall probably uh I don't know. Like what I see as a school teacher is like I have reason to be positive, optimistic, but it's a pretty small slice of all of the future. So there's a lot of uncertainty. Like there's a lot out of the hands of like the way things are set up now is like power is concentrated in such a small subset of people that it doesn't really sometimes it feels like it doesn't really matter what what I see in the classroom as like you know the next generation of people if it's going to be the same you know I don't know
Hmm.
I don't have a lot of smart things to say about this so
Yeah. If I forced you to say something optimistic, if you if is what I guess your answer, you think you probably already gave it, but if there was one thing that did give you hope.
well just what I see in the classroom just
Yeah.
like kids are like especially before their minds are poisoned by like the uh, you know, before they get indoctrinated and like we're all like indoctrinated and propagandized like to a degree, like once we enter the world, and like it's probably happens at a younger and younger age with people who have, you know, who are addicted to, you know, the screens, or whether they're addicted or not. It's like if that's their form of media, like, but anyway, like before it gets too deep into them, like I see people who are willing to learn, and like they're sweet and they're kind, and like they just have, they're accepting, um you know, and like just yeah, people when they're younger are better at their core, for
Mm.
the most part, maybe, but
Like
not.
pure,
I think
innocent.
all that stuff, like kids are really mean to each other. I think back to like certain things,
Oh yeah,
like
like
where,
toddlers
but
and
it
stuff.
sounds like
Yeah,
you don't
kids.
really have that in your classroom, which is
No, it's
nice.
like
Like some
they
people have
grew out of
traumatic,
that, and then
experiences.
they're, yeah, no,
Yeah,
that's true. I'm
I,
trying to kind of like,
but that's nice. That's great. Maybe your
yeah,
kids should run the world
maybe
at that
some of them.
point.
maybe
Yeah,
that's maybe
some of
that's a
them.
reflection of their teacher.
Oh no,
Right.
I'm
Oh, that's really nice.
one of many teachers. So thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. Like, I was definitely a bully. Like, I was mean to my little.
I can't imagine that.
Well, I'm a lot more well. I was going. I was abused as a kid, and I had a lot going on.
Mm.
Not, but I mean, I was though. I was a bully. I was mean to my little sister, and um, I didn't like have a ton of interaction with other kids, but like, because I was homeschooled, but like other kids in the church and like my neighbors, like I was a bully, and it's hard being a kid. It's like
Yeah.
it's we forget how like all of the hormones and just emotions. It's like I definitely don't feel, for better or for worse, I don't feel anything on the level that I did when I was a kid. Like I'm definitely way more. I don't think I'm capable of feeling on that depth anymore. Um, which in a lot of ways is like a safety mechanism because like that's a roller coaster.
Mm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
tough being a kid. Does what gives you optimism, Lee? Anything you're hopeful about for the future?
Um, I mean, I think just the fact that if we aren't hopeful, then it's kind of all over.
Hmm.
So I don't really have like a specific thing that makes me hopeful. Maybe it's just like positive interactions with people, like just like some really minor kindness during the day that sometimes again it might make me cry because it's just like, oh wow. To just kind of remind you that no matter like what's going on in the larger scheme of things, that like a lot of people aren't down with it. So I think it's just like, yeah, hope, blind hope.
I like that. You're hopeful out of necessity.
Yeah.
Out of survival, yeah.
Yeah,
Otherwise, why stay around? I don't know.
yeah. Do y'all have any ghost stories? And when I say that, I mean just anything that like you can't really rationalize.
Well, just I mean, from when I was a kid, my best friend's house seemed haunted. I mean, like cabinets would open and stuff, and like when you weren't in the room, and I'm sure there could be like a physics related answer for that, perhaps. But it seemed like there was something going on there. So I don't know. I'm scared of horror movies and things like that, so I don't really watch any of that. It's like really be up on like modern, kind of scary things and what could be happening. But that was the thing that, in my real life.
Did you say that was at your friend's house?
Yeah, yeah, like it was my parents' friend's daughter, so we would be kind of like out of, I don't know, necessity and whatever, would hang out, and it was her house. So I'd heard stories about it before from my sister who used to babysit for her because my sister was older, and and then I was friends with her and I would go there and yeah, like that would happen. Like you'd be
Yeah.
in the like your living room was downstairs and the kitchen was upstairs and you'd hear like the cabinets like, swing open. And then something happened where it was just like one day like there was like a big crack or something and then it never happened again. So, I don't know. It's the
Whoa,
first.
like you
Oh
mean
yeah.
you mean
Whoa.
like there was what do you mean like there was a big crack?
Like a big noise of some sort, like a maybe crack's not the right word, but like a boom, and
It was a
then
big noise. Okay, I got
yeah, and then it's just like it didn't happen again. So
And they experienced this too.
yeah, I think when I don't think I was there when that happened, but it was like someone was like her and her mom were like in the house or something like when that happens.
But they experienced phenomena like that in their house as well.
Oh yeah, right. Like up until that point when the crack happens, like just various times, like like I don't know,
Was it
three
usually
times a month or something like that. Like
cabinet
Oh
doors,
wow.
or was there ever anything else?
it was usually yeah, it was usually just like swinging uh, cabinet
Did they
doors.
have any
Yeah,
idea who what it might be?
I'd have to ask her. I don't remember. Yeah.
Do they know if it was like that before they moved in?
Yeah, I don't know. These are all
A
follow-up
lot, a
questions,
lot of
so
questions.
yeah, yeah,
Hmm.
Wow.
yeah.
Um,
My
that's
experience with ghosts.
that's an area of interest for me. And you said that. Do you remember like roughly how old you were?
Under 10, I would say. Yeah.
And nothing like that since then.
No, I mean, I don't even think, I think that house, I don't even think, I think her mom sold that house. So I don't even think they're in it anymore. Although she was in it, well into her, adulthood before she moved, I guess, out of that New Jersey, that was in New Jersey. But, um, but yeah, I mean, so that was, yeah, close,
Wow.
close call with the
Yeah.
ghosts. I used to wake up as a kid and think I was seeing like a figure standing next to the bed. But I mean, I feel like that you can easily explain that. I feel like, people wake up and your vision's blurry and whatever. You see a shadow and it looks like a person or
That's what
something.
I hear a lot when I ask people
Yeah.
is the in the moments of waking,
Mm.
that sort of like the paralysis demon, even if you're not paralyzed, that in
Oh,
between state
Yeah.
yeah.
is yeah, that's a really common one.
Yeah.
It's weird, so strange.
Yeah.
Have you had ghosts encounter?
Um, I'm trying. I mean, if nothing's really popping out at me, then I gotta say probably no, unless I blocked it out. I mean, one thing it's kind of like the waking like paralysis demon, although it wasn't in a moment of sleep or wake, was like I remember my maybe it was just like as a kid, also just like kind of being afraid of the dark and like being afraid of my basement in my house. But I remember once I had to like go downstairs to like we had like a pantry down there to grab something for my mom, who was making something upstairs in the kitchen, and for some reason it's like didn't turn on any or many of the lights to go down and like back into this pantry area, and I just remember being scared and like I again in my memory like I don't know how much of this is true, but like in the moment I kind of convinced myself that there was something that I saw, and I remember just like some figure or something like in the dark, um, and I remember like also that time I was a child like a child of Catholic school. So I remember like sprinting like back to the stairs to run up the stairs and like doing the sign of the cross and like saying like little some prayer. Like I don't know, freaked myself out. Probably just because the lights were off, but something akin to like what I've experienced, like what you guys met, like when you wake up and like you might see just like the shape of something that's like once your eyes are not blurry, you're like, oh, it's just the coat hanger with a hoodie on it. Like I thought it was a person. Like it was probably just something like that. But
Hmm.
it's nothing like yeah, I don't know. The
Yeah, when
cabinets,
things are moving, I think
yeah,
that is, yeah, that's like
it's not just your
weird.
eyes playing tricks on you. I mean, it
I
could still
mean,
be something else, but
also, I mean, when I
it's a
was a
good one.
kid, we used to do Ouija board or like, or not even, yeah, Ouija board and like light as a feather, like where you do the
Mm.
seance thing. And that used to, I mean, again, I don't know, there probably is a physics reason behind that, but like, a bunch of 8-year-old girls in a circle with another, oh gosh, another girl like in
What was
the in
that?
the middle. I think that was a bug.
Oh.
Um, and you're using your
It's a
fingers.
ghost.
Is is someone cheating and like or is one of these children is like really powerful, but it's like the person, the kid was raised up light as a feather, so I don't know, I don't really have a reason for it, but I'm sure there might be a maybe there's a physic reason for that.
Yeah, I've done a Ouija
Yeah,
board too.
that my first experience with the Ouija board is that is kind of the default assumption is that someone is moving this.
Yeah,
Right.
Um, yeah, I think it's I think we have like this as adults, we kind of like start to figure out what is and what isn't, and have these predefined notions of reality. And I think that actually kind of defends us from abnormality. Like if I know something is impossible, then I'm not likely to experience it. And I think kids are a lot more open because I know like I never had like anything really direct or crazy as a kid, but I remember just getting really psyched out, like being alone in my room and just feeling a lot of panic and like my attention being drawn to a specific corner or something. And there's nothing there, but it almost feels like there is. And then I would like get to like a breaking point and like run to my parents' room crying. You know, like that happened several times when I was a kid. And then um, I think like other times that weird things have happened to me have been induced, like through psychedelics or like trying to evoke that, like with the Ouija board or different kind of channels like that, or the in between state we talked about, like the in between dreaming and waking. Those are like moments when we're particularly malleable and vulnerable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, life's crazy.
Yeah.
We really, none of us really know what the fuck is going on. Being an adult, kind of just like faking it the best you can.
Yeah.
Where's the name Castle Black come from?
It is from Game of Thrones. So
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. That's awesome. I'm a big George R. R. Martin fan.
Okay. Yeah. Do you think
Yeah.
he's gonna write the book
No.
or finish the book? Is that on that?
Does he have a whole other book to write after Winds of Winter?
Yeah, there's two more due.
Wait, so it's not even that? There's still
No,
more?
there's two more.
One more after it. I thought.
Jesus.
Oh, you mean two more after? You mean
No, one more after Winds of Winter. I
okay,
think-
yeah, for sure. There's what is it, Song of Summer?
Yeah,
I
you,
think
guys,
so.
you guys are never getting that finale.
Oh no, we're never. I really don't think we're ever gonna get it. Have y'all seen the pictures of like George R. R. Martin just surrounded by women, like in a club? There's like a bunch.
Oh, is that what he's doing?
Yeah. I'll find some and send them to you. It's funny. It's like tons of like just beautiful women and it's like, where are you? Like, where the fuck is this? Yeah. There's like several pictures like that. And it's like, I don't think George is gonna do shit anymore. Like he's got more money than God at this point, I'm sure. And then like I think he's just preoccupied at the moment.
Yeah.
I don't know why I didn't put that together. I love Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Or Song of Ice and Fire anyway.
Yeah. And it's a shame because like there's so many, obviously there's only so many plot points that could go into the series, and it's like there were so many great side stories in the book that I just want to read about them. Like I want to know where they went.
Yeah.
Like, and it's like they all and obviously, and did he have an alternative story than what was presented in the show? So there's Did you get into
House of the
House of
Dragon.
the Dragon?
I've seen most of the first season, I think.
Okay.
It's all right. I didn't hate it. I just haven't really gotten around to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, what did y'all think about it?
We liked it a lot over
it,
here. Yeah.
That's a different dog.
Yeah, it's a different dog.
It is. And the weird thing, like they did the actor actress switch.
Not the dogs, the show.
It's the same dog, different actor.
Different dog. So it says Ranger in a suit. Hi, Ranger. No, this is
No.
Jetta. This is Jetta.
Yeah, we thought we weren't gonna like. It took us a couple episodes to, for the new actors to grow on us, but.
I think it picked up after like that time skip,
Yeah.
where she's older now.
Yeah.
But some of the actors didn't change, and some of them did. It's kind of inexplicable, but.
It was a little jarring at first. It was just like, whoa. But like, I
We've
like
also grown
all
really
of them.
attached to
Right.
like some of the the younger actors.
But then like Christian Cole was the same
So was,
age, but like then the
Yeah.
two women were older, different actresses. So
Yeah.
just some of the choices were
A little
interesting.
confusing.
Yeah. But yeah, I liked it a lot. It's weird because we were kind of doing it actually on tour.
The the book.
Fire and Blood,
Yeah.
like the history book that it's based on, and it's just such a small part of that book. So it's really interesting how they took it and kind of made it into this, this big kind of big story. And and then the history book lacks a lot of detail, so it's kind of all filled in. And I don't know. I thought it was interesting.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, I got to catch up on that. Any other what y'all been watching, reading recently?
Oh gosh.
Gosh. I was reading some book of short stories, but I can't remember what it's called now.
Hmm.
It's pretty good. Watch. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna go-
I'm
Yep.
reading a God, I've been reading it forever. It's a nonfiction, just account of like the fall of the Soviet Union. And it's as you can see, it can take a really long time to read because it's interesting, but it also gets a little, it's like literally like the two years, I think it's covering a little bit. It jumps around, but like for the most part, so it's kind of it's kind of dense. And then I'm reading the
It's right here.
earlier Hunger Games. Oh yeah, which is it?
Hmm.
Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes.
Yeah, they made a movie about that one, I think.
Yeah, which I saw the movie before I had realized that this book was even out. So it's cool reading the book because I feel like I just had a the movie was obviously is just a slice of it. So like this was cool to kind of like be really in it.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Are y'all Dune heads?
Oh,
Yeah, what?
Dune.
Oh yeah, I never read the books, which I feel like I should have, but we've been very into the movies.
Yeah, the movies are really good. Yeah.
It's like it's I mean, I'm not gonna Dune splain, but it's if y'all like Song of Ice and Fire, it's very like politically driven, lots of moving pieces, um lots of schemings.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's got this aesthetic of a sci-fi, but it's really like a fantasy.
Yeah, it's what did you say? It's like it's got the it's it's a blend of like schizo fantasy and autistic sci-fi. Like the way it really feels like Shakespearean sort of
Like the bigger picture of it and the
yeah,
politics, but then you have like all like the details of like this is how the suits work, this is how this machine works, that kind of stuff.
yeah.
So it's like an interesting mix of both. He's mentioning it because we did it for the podcast, for the book podcast.
Yeah, we actually
Okay.
do a few different podcasts. We do this once a week, or we release one of these every week, and then we do a monthly book club. We did Dune last month. We're
Oh,
doing
cool.
Midsummer Night's Dream this
Oh,
month,
nice.
That's awesome.
and yeah, we have a couple other things we do, but yeah, Dune's fucking sick. If y'all like the epic fantasy stuff, that highly recommend. Um,
When are you gonna do a Game of Thrones for book club?
oh, dude, I don't know about that. That's
It's a
that's
lot.
such a commitment.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe one day.
One
We'll
day.
see. We'll see.
I
Well,
was listening to this podcast that did was doing like the book like by chapter of Song of Ice and Fire, and it was really interesting because I hadn't read them in a while, and then they would just going over all everything, and it's like there's just so much detail in there. So like it was like every episode was like dedicated to like a person, so it was interesting.
nice. Yeah, I'm always open to like book recommendations. Well, we pretty much entirely do recommendations on the book club. I very rarely pick something. Um, so if y'all ever want to come on, welcome to come on. Totally open to whatever y'all want to read. We've done literally like every genre. We've done Art of War and like Machiavelli, and then like self-help, like the tools.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, we're all over the place. I'll
That's,
I'll read pretty much anything.
yeah, that's
That's really
awesome.
cool.
Well, I really appreciate y'all's time. I'm glad glad I finally reached out and set this up.
Thank you so
Yeah,
much. It's fun.
Yeah,
yeah,
thank you for taking the time.
absolutely. This was a great conversation. And
We'll see you right on the 22nd.
yeah, I'll be there. Check out Castle Black on tour. They've got dates up on their Instagram, including what was it, June 22nd?
Yes.
July 22nd.
Oh,
July, that's what I meant. July
Yes.
22nd at the Cobra with Year of October, and I'm the Polish Army. I will be there. Castle Black will be there, and we'll see you there as well.
And
Well,
it's early, so be there early. It's like starts
Okay.
at 7. It's like it has to be done by 10 because it's front room.
I
So
am so glad you said that.
don't miss it. I am too. I'm like, wait, it's not a normal show. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
early.
yeah, we'll be there for sure.
bring the Ranger shirts.
Yeah, yeah.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Absolutely. We'll have to do this again sometime.
That'd be
Yeah,
great.
totally.
And Alice, we will see you next week.
See you, Alice.
Bye.